Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Solimar. I'm 20 years old and I live in Michigan. Today we're going to do a little Q&A just so that I can introduce myself so you guys get to know me a little bit better. So let's get started. I actually have a list of questions that people ask me. So I'm just going to go straight down the list. Someone asked, how do you do your eyeshadow without looking like a clown? I feel like the key is eyeshadow itself. I'm cheap and I'm all for drugstore makeup, but when it comes to eyeshadow, you cannot be cheap. And I learned that the hard way. If you are, the eyeshadow could be terrible. It could be patchy, blotchy, chalky. It just won't blend correctly, and that's the next step. You have to blend. Light strokes, and big fluffy brushes. That will be your best friend. You either got it or you don't. Someone else asked me for my skincare routine, but I think I'm gonna put a pin on that and just make a video on that, even though I only use like 3 products. I actually got this question a lot. How is motherhood? I'm just kidding. I don't want to scare anybody. It is stressful, but I love it. I love motherhood. It's a great feeling. It really is. Someone asked me what made me want to start my own channel. I don't know. I wanted to do something to get out of my comfort zone. Like, I always thought it was weird. I never understood how people just sit and talk to themselves into a camera. Like, doing it right now just feels so weird, even though I'm in the house by myself. I might like it. I don't know. I just feel like on the internet, a lot of people try so hard to be someone that they're not. So I kind of just wanted to start my own channel just to give you guys straight personality and just give you guys raw content. Let's see how it goes. How to stick or make a budget. I don't know. I did make a budget. Basically what I did, I just wrote my monthly income and all the bills that I had for the month. And I subtracted that from my monthly income, and whatever's left, 40%, I said I would put into my savings, and the rest could be spending money. Whatever I don't spend, I'll just put it in my savings. Now, as to how to stick to it, when you find out, let me know. How does it feel being a first-time mommy? That feeling is great. Yeah, I did say it was stressful, and it does take a lot of getting used to. You have to make so many accommodations for your kid. But let me tell you, that love that you feel, you won't feel it anywhere else until you have your own kid. It's so deep, so immense, and so pure. It's overwhelming. It's a really beautiful feeling, and watching them grow and develop into their own little person, it's a beautiful thing. I will never take this for granted. How would you describe your life changing with a kid? For me, myself, it was a big change. I was pretty young when I was pregnant. I was 19. I was still partying almost every weekend, living my best life. God told me to sit the fuck down. I've always been responsible though. I've always acted a little more mature than my age. I used to work a lot. So when I had a kid, I stopped working. I did stop going to school also. I stopped partying. It was a big change for me. It really was. I feel like my life was at a pause for a long time. How was your delivery? Was it exactly how you expected or different? I knew that it was going to be painful. Let me tell you, it wasn't even the part where I had to push that was painful. It was the contractions. Those really tested my gangster back at the hospital. And I was cussing at my boyfriend. You did this to me. This is your fault. Like, oh my gosh, I was in so much pain. It was terrible. I didn't get cramps when I was on my period. So those contractions smacked me like a bag of bricks. It feels like someone's just knifing me in the stomach. I asked for that epidural ASAP. No, I did try to thug it out. I wanted to have a natural birth. Once I dilated a 5, I couldn't handle it no more. Just know that it was terrible and I thought I was gonna die. How has COVID changed your life? Because I'm an extroverted person. So when COVID happened, I wasn't around people. So I feel like it did have a little impact on me. I was pregnant, so I was already a homebody, so not going out didn't really affect me, but it was the fact that there was like no human interaction. Favorite makeup and skincare products. My favorite foundation is the Too Faced Born This Way. I have it on right now, and it looks like skin. At least I think it looks like skin. My favorite brow products is the Anastasia pomade. My favorite lashes are from Lash Dreams. I do have a lot of Too Faced though. I feel like Too Faced is probably my favorite makeup brand. If you could give your old self a piece of advice, what would it be? get on birth control. No, I'm joking. No, I wish I was working too much. I was trying, like, I was just too busy growing up so fast. I wish I would have slowed down and enjoyed it a little bit more. I feel like that's why God gave me a kid, just so that I could slow down and appreciate the little things in life. What would you tell expecting mothers about becoming a mommy? You gotta have a lot of patience, and you have to have people. No matter how much you think that you could do it yourself, you're gonna go crazy. You need people that'll help you. I was fortunate enough to have friends that would come over and help me clean, cousins that would ask me if they could watch the baby so that I could catch up on sleep, or that I could run errands or do whatever it is that I gotta do. Having help is a big one. You have to have people that are gonna help you. I know this sounds messed up, but if you don't, then there's no reason to have all them extra people in your life. You need people that are going to help you throughout this chapter, this new chapter in your life. And if they don't, you got to give them the boot, because they just there being a waste of space. You will lose a lot of friends. Leaving high school, I had so many friends, and now I only have like 3. If they don't make sure that you and your baby are straight, they're not your friends. I feel like breastfeeding is way easier when you don't got nothing else to do. Breastfeeding was hard for me. I did it for like a month straight, and I probably could have did it if I tried a little harder, and I do regret not trying hard enough. But I mean, formula is just as good. As long as your baby eats, they're fine. If you can't breastfeed, it's okay. Don't let no one shame you because you didn't breastfeed. What are your goals in life? Going back to school and finish my bachelor's degree. Trying out this YouTube thing was on my bucket list. I want to buy a house soon. I want to have a wedding. I'm thinking about having another kid in like 2 or 3 years, because I wanted a boy so bad. So I'm going to try and get that boy. People tell me that it's better to have your kids back to back. So I think I'm gonna take this one time to listen to the adults. I just want to be successful. Most of all, I just want to be a good mom. I just want to do everything right. Are there any regrets that you have? You know what? No, not really. I try not to regret anything, because if it wasn't for that event or that action, I wouldn't be who I am today. I know everything that I do had its purpose. You can't live your life in regret. It's going to slow you down. In 5 years, I see myself as a new homeowner. Graduated from college. Finding a job in my career, being the mom of a kindergartner. That's pretty much all I can see right now. Someone asked me who's the greatest basketball player of all time. First of all, I don't even watch that, but I'll answer it just to make y'all mad. I mean, I only really know of Kobe, R.I.P., Michael Jordan. I'm just gonna go ahead and say MJ. So we're just gonna go with that. How is your life going? My life is going great. I feel like all the puzzle pieces are finally starting to come together. I don't feel stuck in one spot anymore. I feel like my life is slowly but surely on its way back on track. It's been a long time where I felt stuck, and I'm glad I'm finally moving again. Are you going back to school? Yes. I'm going to start taking summer classes. Favorite thing about being a mom, the feeling, watching your child grow and develop and become their own little person, seeing them reach milestones. Oh my gosh, there's just so much I love about being a mom. And I think my favorite one has to be knowing that your kid loves you back. You know when your baby loves you. You do. Zodiac sign. I'm a Virgo. I don't want to hear nobody say nothing talking about Virgos aren't shit. I hear that way too often, and the only reason why I hear that is because the girl had a Virgo boyfriend and he turned out to be not shit. So we're gonna keep myself out of that category because I'm not a male. So we're just gonna say Virgo males might not be shit, but Virgo women, let me tell you guys, we are top tier, and if you think otherwise, you're a hater. How did you and Rob meet? This is a funny one. So basically, you know, one night I'm just scrolling on Snapchat, I come across this girl's story, and I see she got this dude on her story, and he laid up on her bed or whatever. I don't know. I was like, who is this? Dang, he kind of cute. I know I'm not shit. And I have this friend named Ronnie. We're talking or whatever, and I don't even know. He shows me some pictures, and in that picture I noticed that dude that I was calling cute, and I was like, Ronnie, who is that? He's like, oh, that's my bro Robert. I was like, oh, put me on. He's just a clown. He's goofy. So he's like, I mean, I think he's cuffed, but I got you. And I'm like, no, bro, I'm just kidding. Months go by, I forget about this cute dude that I saw on someone's story. I forget that I even joked to Ronnie about putting me on. Like, I forget all of that. Next thing I know, I get a DM on Instagram, and it's from a dude named Robert. In my head, I'm just thinking, fucking Ronnie, bro. I say hey back, and one thing led to another. We go out on a date. And he looked good, That was when my man was getting a little fit in the gym. He had his little muscles on or whatever, and I was like, "Oh, I finally get me a muscular man." But yeah, I had fun. We almost died on the highway. It was raining, and I was speeding, and then my car lost traction, so we kind of did like a little spin in the highway. And let me tell you, he didn't say a word. He had no reaction. He was just sitting there. So I'm just over here like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm embarrassed as fuck right now. Let me take you home. And he's over here like, no, it's okay. But I know deep down he was probably thinking like, yeah, this bitch crazy, never again. He ended up hitting me back up. We went on a second date and a third. Now that's my baby daddy. Having a baby daddy is so ghetto. We're about to be together for 2 years. Yeah, that's basically how I met him. My friend Ronnie put him on. Those are all the questions, really. This channel is just going to be mainly just things that I like to do. I want to give advice. I want to just sit and talk. I'm going to try and make it fun for you guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I really do.